Hello, today's devotional can be found in the Guide to the Scriptures under Inspiration. Divine guidance given to man by God. Inspiration often comes by the Spirit in a variety of ways to the mind or heart of a person. Okay, so here's the thing. Inspiration from the Spirit of God can also serve as guidance. If it touches your heart, and not just your mind, it is from God. Because God seeks to touch hearts as well as enlighten the mind. Because the mind can be very tricky to deal with, and the Lord knows that, especially the mortal mind. So He also reaches out to the heart and touches it. Because the Lord is not afraid to touch us and love us and care about us. And we cannot be afraid to learn and grow according to what the Spirit teaches our hearts. Our hearts are more steady than our mind. Our mind may be able to trick us, especially the mortal mind, because Satan will try and get to it as well. But Satan cannot get to our heart, for he cannot touch, and he will not touch. Because simply the heart is nothing to him. The heart is like a disease to him, because it produces emotions that he cannot feel by his own fault. And yes, we can get inspiration from the mind, but it's about how our heart feels about it. Because if we have something come to our mind and our heart feels nothing about it, it may not be right to do or follow. But if we have inspiration come to our mind and our heart is touched by it, it may be right to follow. It's guidance for a reason. It's optional. We have the choice as to whether or not we listen. But choices have consequences. If we fail to follow revelation, we may be hurting ourselves. And the Lord doesn't want us to hurt ourselves, but He will sit back and let us make decisions for ourselves, that we might learn and grow from them. And become better by learning from the consequences of our actions. We cannot be forced to take inspiration seriously, but we can choose to take it seriously. The Spirit comes to those who have prepared themselves to be worthy of it. It stays with those who want to be worthy of it and work to be worthy of it. We cannot be afraid to let the Spirit of the Lord guide us, because it will never guide us wrong. And it will always touch our heart as well as our mind. So we know. Because God is not afraid to reach out to us and touch our hearts. The other spirits are. Satan cannot. And the spirit of man cannot. They can only mess with our minds. God is a true God because He can touch our heart. Only a true God can touch the hearts of people as well as their minds. But we have to come to that conclusion for ourselves and make our own choices. And with that said, I love you all so very much. And I say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.